Once upon a time, when I was still a young boy, I would really love to go to the circus. So once I went there with my father and me being very excited about all the people doing all these fancy things and jumping around and all the animals and all the lions and even birds. And for me the most exciting one were always the elephants. They could throw like cars and big tree trunks through the air with like zero effort. These mighty, super strong, big creatures, like wow, that was amazing. So after a show, my father, he's a rather traditional man and he would just stand up for his right, and when he has some idea, he would just go for it. So he wanted to take me backstage. He approached the owner of the circus, and like I was a little bit ashamed, embarrassed of my father. Come on, just make yourself invisible like everyone else. Don't make a scene here. And he would ask the guy, like as if they would be best buddies. Hey, guy, nice circus you own there, and there's my son, and can I have a look around? And surprisingly, the circus owner would agree. It was fascinating. I admire my father for that skill, that courage. So I could see backstage what's happening in the circus and see all these, a few also magic tricks, how they did that, but I don't want to spoil anything. I could see all the animals, and among these animals, of course, also the elephant. Surprisingly, that huge, big, enormous creature was chained with rather, average steel chain, but the chain was connected to a wooden block, and that wooden block was, the size of my forearm. So I was wondering, how comes, on one hand, during the performance on stage, he was able to throw around cars and tree trunks, but then this little wooden block would keep him from running away. So me being a curious child, I would ask my father, like, how comes? Why doesn't he just run away? Because obviously he doesn't want to be imprisoned and he wants to go to his family and stuff. But I was told he's domesticated or something like it. Very difficult word. So I asked, what? Domestic what? Well, he's trained. They kind of trained him not to do it, and therefore he's not doing it. It's like a dog. You can train him tricks, and elephants are similar in that way. Well, me being young and naive, and grown-ups, for me they always seemed like they know everything, have this absolute truth, and like godlike beings. Grown-ups are just grown-ups. They know better, they know the truth. So I would just comply and see it as what it is. Over the years, it would still itch me a little bit. I didn't feel fully satisfied with that answer, with that explanation. So I would dig deeper and ask around and do my research, and still couldn't find a proper answer. Until one time I talked to someone who was working in a circus, and he told me, because he was working there for a very, very long time, and he saw a baby elephant while he was actually doing exactly what I would have expected an elephant to do, which is trying to run away. It's not nice to be imprisoned by a circus, being taken away from his family and doing tricks all day long just for the amusement of humans. That's not a nice life. So that young elephant tried to pull and pull and pull on the chain, and he couldn't pull out the wooden block out of the earth. And so after hours of pulling and being desperate and being sad and like just wanting to get home to his family, he gave up. He wasn't strong enough to free himself from these chains. And after trying for so long, he gave up because he was just not able. And not only did he give up, he never tried again. And that's why, although now as a grown-up, the elephant might be able to run free, to free himself from these chains, but because he would be so much stuck in the past, he just wouldn't try again. Sad story, and it ends with this. There will be no happy ending, because that poor creature died being imprisoned, still chained with this little block, because he stopped trying. So no matter what, even if it looks impossible, these seemingly impossibilities might be just beliefs from the past, and every belief, every conviction which is not beneficial to our lives, to our health, should be every now and then challenged and tried again and fail fantastically. But every now and then verify whether these beliefs actually still hold. Do your best to really prove yourself wrong there. Because if the circumstances change, then there's a chance that the outcome will be a different one. Yes, of course, if doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is stupidity, but if the circumstances, if the variables change, then there's a chance that the result will change as well. Never give up, never hold on too tight on old beliefs which are not helping us, and keep on trying.